Let's go ahead and start with our power rankings. This one we're going to go 5-1. I don't know why we haven't been doing that in the past, to be quite honest.
Yeah, we're reversing it this week.
Yeah, probably
Never
for
even
the
thought why. Just
Yeah, I don't know why we always started with
most
one.
exciting,
Yeah, started with.
Yeah.
We're just eager.
I'm gonna start off
save
at
the
5
best for
though.
first.
I got the Bills at 5. I mean, they have a bye week this week, but
Perfectly fine.
They'll
Yeah.
probably leave the top
Doesn't
5
matter.
just because they're on a bye, unless things go crazy this week. But just because they're on a bye.
The way they went into the bye was pretty good.
Yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't say it was good. They lost to the Titans and then went into it. They still played a decent game though.
They did.
It was a close game. Household depression.
Both those teams, because I have the Titans.
Yeah, speaking of the Titans, I had the Titans at 5 as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, both those teams, I think that was a perfect game for both of them. And that just shows that they're both contenders for sure.
I was really debating putting the Titans in my top 5 or not right now. But they're playing like a top 5 team right now, if not top 3, but the record just doesn't say the same. They're not consistent enough. They definitely have to find their rhythm, but they have
It's a
solid,
weird year. It's a
they have
better year.
solid 10 games to figure it out. So
I'd say it's a
assuming
good year
things go
because-
well, then lots of teams have lots of time to figure themselves out. Like,
Yeah, we don't know who's
even
good
the Vikings
yet, to
could
be
even,
quite honest.
Vikings could be good by the end
There's
of the
a
year
lot
for
of
all we know.
teams. There's a lot of teams making splashes here and there. So there's a lot of people that are, in the running. Nobody's taken over yet. At all.
Nothing's solidified right now.
No.
Then Cardinals Bucks.
Cardinals look really good, though.
1-2.
Obviously, the Cardinals are one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say Bucks are probably a second.
They played really
Cardinals,
well. The
Bucks are
Bears,
probably the only
yeah.
locks right now.
We're just
for
gonna jump out of order.
top fives.
I guess I was kind of.
I'm just speaking in
Yeah.
for in general top 5s. I think no matter
a lot
where
of
you look,
interchangeables.
Cardinals Bucks are going to be a top 1-2 pretty consistently anywhere you look. But other than that, I don't think there's much consistency in the rankings
I would agree,
across the board.
especially in the AFC.
Just the
Oh,
Titans
yeah,
got
for
back
sure.
Julio and AJ Brown, and then I think that Jets loss really fueled them to start picking it up, start playing, start winning games.
Also, just having AJ and Julio both back at the same time, being healthy at the same time is a massive difference without them.
I think Julio's
Even
settling
just-
in a little bit.
Even just with one
Definitely.
of them, I think with just one of them, it's not going to be as good of a game for him. With both of them, it's definitely going to be a lot bigger of a threat.
Yeah, whenever you have
obviously,
when you have
but,
Derrick Henry as well. I mean,
yeah, always have to be worried about.
I
the
don't.
running
Who's our
Titans.
coordinator? Because I feel like he could be doing more
I don't know who their coordinator
with the
is.
combination of Derrick Henry. I mean, obviously, no, Derrick Henry is doing enough, but like,
He's doing it all. He
it's
threw
such a
touchdown pass.
scare to have Derrick Henry. I think they should have more like better play actions, a bigger play action package.
I think they'll start opening it up a lot more. I mean,
They did
The
it last year
Titans-
towards the end.
Historically, the Titans are known for running the ball. I'd say they're one of the teams that have always had a pretty rush-heavy playbook, and I think they're going to stick by that. Just because play actions, to my knowledge, has never really been their thing. They've always just kind of been a run-dominant team.
I agree.
And,
I think the league
I
is
don't
changing
think-
now.
I'd agree, but
More
like
creative
even
play calling.
even earlier, I think as we grew up, the league changed at the point where passing became a lot bigger of a thing than it was during back when like the years that we were born and 5-10 years before. Because back then the run game was the main dominant way to get your yards, and nowadays passing is the main way, and people are barely starting to incorporate the run game more than like 50% of the time. Like that's honestly pretty rare now.
I mean, if you have a good run game, why not use it?
Yeah.
Of course,
If
no,
it
they
ain't
still
broke,
need to
don't
use
fix
it.
Yeah, but at the
But
same
they
time,
could
right
catch
now,
him more by surprise, I think.
yeah.
On more unexpected downs. Like one thing I saw, it was the opposite. But I saw they were talking about with the Saints game last night. Sean Payton's really good at like running unexpectedly when they went on 3rd and 10. It was like a 12, 13-yard gain when the defense is most
Least expected.
expected. Yeah.
Yeah.
Expected, yeah. It's really interesting how the game does change. I'd be very interested to see how it changes by the time that we're adults. How things are gonna play out. If wide receiver is gonna go from back in probably when we were young, there were a lot more like Megatron type receivers that were going up and getting it. And nowadays we're seeing a lot more Tyreek Hill, Marquise Brown,
Quicker guys.
smaller, quicker, looking for just that absolute speed to where if there's a mismatch, there's a linebacker on him, you have a guaranteed beat almost 9 out of 10 times.
Running backs too,
Well, yeah, but
Yeah,
linebackers are
running-
also getting faster.
Yeah,
I mean,
that is
Micah
true.
Parsons runs a
for
4.3
sure. I would
Yeah.
agree with that as well because they
Fred
have
Warner.
to adapt.
Yeah.
They got to be more versatile.
for sure. Let's hop into number 4. I got the Titans at 4. I mean, I put them over the Bills because they got that win, and they're looking hot right now. I mean, coming off 2 back-to-back huge wins. I mean, you got to put them up there.
I completely agree. I have the Packers just because I had them at 5 last week, and just because of buys and stuff. If they win, Even though Nolan and I were talking about it, we brought it up. The Redskins did have more chances than they should have had in the red zone, and they just weren't converting. Heineke with a really stupid play. But I mean, I think the Packers are just a good team. I think Aaron Rodgers controls the game more than we realize.
I'm really curious to see this week how they
I think
do.
we'll see.
How they'll
I
do.
will see too, especially with Devontae Adams. This is a big. If they
Devontae
win
Adams
or
doesn't
play really well still, then I'll keep him up there.
Did he come back with his COVID test today?
Oh, he's definitely out. There's no way he's coming back.
I'm not
after
sure if
4
he's
days.
vaccinated or not.
Yeah, I don't really. It doesn't even matter if you have a
Yeah,
negative test.
either
Like
way.
it doesn't matter.
You have to have two.
This week
Yeah.
the Cardinals had to do a
It's a
shit ton
short
of
week.
things just to make sure that Cliff was able to even like be on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Just going through a whole bunch of protocols.
Do y'all have identical
Yeah,
power
I think
rankings?
we do have identical power.
Are you
rankings.
serious?
Yeah,
Wow, that's incredible.
That's the first time ever.
yeah. I had the
Yeah.
Packers at 4 as well.
That is crazy.
We'll see this week, though. I agree for sure.
The reason
I was really debating interchanging. So for 3, I had the Rams, but I was really debating interchanging the Rams, Packers, and Titans at 3, 4, 5. I was very,
Very interchangeable.
very questionable as to which one to put there.
You could also put
Um,
the Cowboys in there,
Yeah. I think the Cowboys are a fine team to put there. I just didn't
not the
put them
Chargers
at that-
anymore.
Yeah, not the Chargers. The Cowboys just didn't have a game this week, and there were a lot of Titans played unreal out of their minds. 2 straight weeks in a row.
I don't have the Bills
Packers.
in there. Bills could still be in there.
I think Packers. Yeah, Bills could be in there as well. I think the Packers deserve to be in there. Rams definitely deserve to be in there. Probably top 3, top 4 usually. But the Detroit game kind of threw me off a little. I don't know. They seem a little
They
shaky.
went crazy though. I love Dan Campbell.
the thing about the Packers that really like concerns me is, I mean, yeah, well, I want to see what they do without Devontae Adams in there, and then also they played a Washington team that was in position to win that game completely, and you play against a better team that's not the Washington football team. I mean, they probably lose that game.
Washington. That's basically what they are. I can't
Yeah,
believe-
Washington
I hate
football
to-
team,
I
yeah.
mean,
But I mean, they probably lose that game, and if Terry McLaurin catches that ball, and then that Heineke touchdown, that should have been a touchdown. That's the weirdest thing I've ever
that
seen
was
in my
bad,
life.
man.
That's
He's
a
got
weird-
he's got to
I know, but like
just
if
get in there.
he's giving up his body, like what? Like just give him the touchdown, man. He's obviously just trying to like get in there.
I mean, yeah, I kind of agree with that, but at the same time, that was stupid. Like that, I knew that was a rule. you know?
It kind of looked like he was jumping, like diving in more so than just like a straight slide, like
He was
whenever-
kind of like
avoiding.
both, but he could have at least I don't know.
He could have just ran in there.
He should have just made sure.
And they gave up like I don't know the exact. Let me look it up. I think it
Elite
was
quarterbacks aren't doing that.
no. I
He's
mean,
definitely not in the.
Taylor Heinicke
No,
is
he's
not
not. But I'm just
top
saying,
to
like
be
that was
elite
not a good
quarterback.
play.
no, it wasn't a good play. But I'm just saying that when you're playing a worse team like the Washington football team, you have to get bigger wins than that. And yes,
I
they did
agree.
win by a lot of points. But if you watch that game, it was a lot closer than I thought. Like than the scoreboard really says, and that's why I'm like iffy on the Packers because I also don't know what they are without Devontae Adams. Because I mean,
I do get that. I get that.
that's why I think there's better teams that have a better roster around them than the Packers, and I think that's
Their
a big
defense
thing.
isn't playing it with that well either.
No, I mean it's still like good enough for them to make a deep playoff run, for sure. But I don't think at this current time and moment. Yeah, Taylor Heineke had almost 100 yards rushing.
Yeah.
You can't let that happen. I mean they
That
play
is wild.
they play Kyler Murray this week, and what do you think Kyler Murray's thinking right now? Oh, I'm probably gonna get 150 rushing yards if they let me do that.
Yeah, Cardinals also aren't going to come out with too many QB design run plays.
No,
though.
but he was just running out of the pocket.
Yeah, that'll probably happen a lot.
He's gonna have those runs every game.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's why I'm kind of iffy on the Packers. They're definitely a good team. I mean, they're 6-1, but I just think there's 5 teams better than them personally. But I mean, I also hate the Packers. But that non-bias, that's why I see when I watch them. I mean,
No, those are good points. I agree with those as well.
I just got to see what they can do. They haven't played like a
They've won
great
6 straight.
They have won 6 straight since getting 30 piece, and I still think that was Aaron
Yeah,
Rodgers.
destroyed
I
by
think
the
I
Saints.
think that he talks. I think he talks to the way he plays, and I think he's done things like that, made a statement,
Yeah,
and I think he did. I think
Week
he did.
1, they definitely just kind of had to figure out where they were as a organization
know.
with Aaron Rodgers there, everything he said throughout the past year, and just probably figure things out as a team as a whole. And then, honestly, it seems like they have. They've had some shaky moments, but at the same time, if it works, it works. If you get the win at the end
I
of the
agree.
day, all you need is the win. Doesn't matter how it happens.
true. At 3, I have the Cowboys. A lot of guys coming off injury this week, so we're getting back Leo Collins, Michael Gallup. We're getting back DeMarcus Lawrence in about, I think, I want to say 2 weeks. I don't think Michael Gallup's going to play this week, but Leo Collins is off suspension, and he's back at the Cowboys practice field. So he was practicing last week during the bye week, and then he should be starting this week. I mean, Terrence Steele did a really good job of filling that spot for them.
Just too many false starts and holds.
Not by Leo Collins. Connor Williams was really messing us up last week when we had, I think, 11 penalties, and the Cowboys right now have the highest penalties in the league. Which
an incredible amount of penalties this year.
They are.
They
It's
are.
annoying, man.
Some really soft rough in the pass.
They let him play in the Bengals-Ravens game. I liked that. They did.
Yeah, they did.
They did. I think in division games, they let him play a little bit more.
That's just because it's going to be
It's
active.
gonna be that kind of game.
Yeah, exactly. But we have the exact same 1 and 2. Bucks are rolling. I mean, yes, they played Justin Fields, but I mean they got five turnovers. It could have been 6.
And they have 3 wins.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bucks are just looking solid all around. Offense.
They're gonna pick it up. You already know.
When the offense finds their consistency all around, they're going to be a very scary team. The only problem is going to be defensive. How are they going to hold up?
They will.
I'm not
They
sure.
look good.
I'm not sure how long their cornerbacks are out, or if any of them are out still. I think 2 of them are.
I think
still.
I think there's still 3 out. I want to say Richard Sherman, the coach. I think it's so funny that he's a coach now. Basically,
that is
DB
crazy.
coach for the week.
He did his job, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they got
Even
3
though it was
picks.
The Bears, yeah.
Man, I feel bad for Justin Fields.
Me too, but he played bad. It wasn't just.
I don't
the
even know,
line
man. I
and
don't even.
stuff,
He's the most sacked quarterback in the league right now, and he hasn't even started a game. That's awful.
Yeah, that is an awful stat to have.
I mean, he's started 4 games maybe,
Yeah, like 4.
and he's
4.
got 22 sacks.
Surprised Zach Wilson's not up there. Zach Wilson has 0 time in the pocket as well.
I mean, he got injured too.
Yeah, he got hurt this week, so
He's
Yeah.
gonna be out for a minute too.
The Bucks also aren't healthy. I mean, Antonio Brown's not playing, and Gronk's not playing, so
Yeah.
they get everybody back.
Mike
That is
Evans had a
scary.
game.
Mike Evans. Every time Antonio Brown's out, Mike Evans have a game. So last time Antonio
Can't
Brown.
guard him.
their
You can't
offense
guard
is
him.
so odd for fantasy. Just 1 week, Chris Godwin will go off for 30.
He hasn't gone off. He hasn't gone off that much. I don't think.
I mean,
Not
Chris
not like.
Godwin will go off for like 20.
Yeah,
or
he'll get
more
his
often,
points.
But he'll go off for 20. Mike Evans will go off for either 5 or
5 for 30.
25. No in between. Gronk is really hit or miss.
He hasn't played in like 3 or 4 weeks. He cracked
yeah.
his ribs or something like that.
He had 2 solid games, then 2 iffy games. Then I think it was out for the
Yeah,
rest.
he started off really hot though. What was I about to say?
I don't know,
completely
but
forgot.
Cardinals
Yeah, Cardinals at 1. I mean,
Browns are dirty.
keep rolling.
7-0.
Keep rolling, Perry.
This will be a good
Huge
week.
win against the
Hey,
Texans.
this is a big week.
Honestly, kind of wish Devontae Adams was playing.
I do
just,
too.
Just to truly see how
What's
we
going
are
on?
for a solid, a possible AFC contender matchup.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a lot more interesting. And if we lose, we always have something to learn on. But at the same time, I always hope for a win. But
Y'all should win that game, I think.
oh, for sure, I think we were.
I think I will.
I think we should win either way, even if Devontae Adams is playing.
I do too at this
But
point.
with Devontae Adams not playing, I think we are heavily favored.
Aaron
Probably,
Jones week.
I'd probably give us a 90% chance of winning.
I hope so.
85.
Yeah, y'all went from 3.5 point.
I would
favorites
not
to
give
6.
y'all an 85% chance. I would give y'all a 70% chance.
I would still say it's 65-35. Because you still have that man A-Rod.
I still give us an 80,
Yep.
85.
They're still a Packers, good organization, good coach.
Our defense is looking solid. Run defense looking pretty solid. Held the Texans to 135 offensive yards, I believe. I'm not going to say they're like an incredible offense by any means, but at
No.
the same time,
It's still an
Holding-
NFL team.
holding any NFL team in 4 quarters to under 150 yards is
It's definitely a feat.
incredible. Yeah, I don't know about incredible, but
I mean, it's still
crazy.
impressive.
It's crazy.
Not common by any means.
No. But, I mean, it's still a good win. Y'all won. That's all that matters. You're 7-0. Covered the spread as well.
Covered the 20-point spread.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
It went all the way up. When we recorded the episode last week, it was like 16.5, and it went all the way up to 20 by the game started. Some other things to talk about, though.